afternoon, Remote, the city of beautiful people. I am Anna Rose and this is your daily talk show. So for today's episode, we are going to interview a professional event planner to share his knowledge and experience to everyone, especially to the business of students who want to be a part of event industry. So let's welcome our guest, Mr. Roniel Alpardo. Thank you for accepting our invitation, sir. So we've prepared a set of questions for this episode, and we choose you as our guest because we admire your work, sir, and your hosting skills. So you can speak any language, sir, that you're comfortable with. So how are you today, sir?
Very fine.
Wow, nice. Let's start the interview now, sir.
Yes, move on.
Okay, sir. So the first question is, how many years have you been working as an event planner?
Actually, I started event planning when I was in college. Way back when I was in college, I started event planning with my friends' event, with my friends' wedding, and then I saw that there's actually a room for me for enhancing and molding my work of art in terms of planning an event. So that's why, if I'm going to exclude the number of years from college, and I excluded one, I'm starting in 2002 until present. So more or less 18 to 20 years already
Wow, nice.
in the industry, wedding and hosting. But I actually started as a host, and then I ventured as event coordinator, event planner. That actually is a wedding planner, but I do creative direction for the different pageants, no? Like for example, Anangka, the Isabel, the Palumpon. So those are actually the different shows that I started.
Okay, sir. So the second question is, who or what inspired you to choose this profession and how did this change your life?
When I was a child, I always look back, you know. I saw those different choreographers, directors, I'm working right now. Ano bang, before, nagtingala lang ko na nila, but this time, they are my suppliers already. So kaya kataan na, ako naman naman. At una, I could see them performing the directing the show, organizing events, and I always passed by mga church when I was mga grade 5, grade 6. When I always passed by in the church, I always admire weddings. And then I saw those different makeup artists like J. Oliva, who are really legendary in terms of that work of art and their masterpiece. So that's actually started on. So I realized Nindut Malaysia. So what I did, so I tried to venture step by step. And I found out na kato sila ng mga suppliers before whom I idolize most are those suppliers that I have right now. Yes.
So, what are the characteristics we, hospitality management students who dreams to work in the event industry need to possess to be an event planner?
Actually, you should have the patience. You should be a determined person. Patience is because you do not know what kind of client you are actually dealing with. Unique individuals, in other words, you can actually deal with the different characteristics of the different clients. So you have the patience. Not all the time the clients are there to understand you the most. Napuntan nga, usan mo kasi ano ba? So you have the patience, you are determined to work for it, and you have the passion. No, if your passion is keep on boarding to that, I guess that's actually the qualities and the characters that you should possess in order for you to become an event coordinator or successful, no? Because we cannot actually measure how successful the wedding or the event coordinator is. There's no such measurement of what we call successful event coordinator. As long as you have the passion and as long as you're determined, and then this is it. That's what I'm doing right now.
Sir, so what is the most unforgettable event that you handled and why?
For 18 years, I don't think so. I still have those unforgettable events. No, there was an event that I still remember the day, but I could not remember the year. There was an event that the client actually, that was again 10 years ago or 12 years ago, the client did not satisfy my services. So, what did you do, sir? Am I kuan ka ng frustrated? Yes, am I. Because at that very moment, nakaiwas ko galingon nga, I need to grow more. I need to learn. It's not that because they don't like the way that I did, they're not actually satisfied. It's because maybe there are some factors na wala nila na-meet from my. So what I did, I need to move. I need to double time and to exert the effort na kinahanglan for me also to recover those past that I have. So maybe unforgettable na akong experience na I could never forget because it's really harap-harapan yung naging form ko. I'm not satisfied. From then, 12 years ago, it never happens. Hindi lang yung tao. No.
So what event do you find easy to handle and what are not?
Weddings, very easy to handle. Because it's routine. Weddings are routines. If you have the suppliers, now for them, sir, can you prepare a wedding 2 weeks, 3 weeks? Yes. If you have all the suppliers, yes, you can actually. But what is not? Big show, corporate events. So, for example, I'll be having an event of the Sunnyville Corporation this coming April 28 to 30 in Cebu. That is Indo Cup. This is the Endorsers Cup of San Miguel, BMED, and Magnolia. What they're going to do, they will be having a sabong of those different endorsers, businessmen in the field of sa katong nilang kanang BMED, the budget is very big, no? To mention the budget is 5 billion pesos. But to take it on the level of preparation, it's very wide. Task is expectation. Even the location, even ang arrival sa guests, even the rooms that they're going to have, i-check. Even the food that they're going to eat for the guests, from the breakfast to lunch to dinner, you need to check for it. From the fellowship night nila, so tanan. So it's really a big. So we call it as a corporate. It's a corporate event. I have also one kining Landmaster, kining Casamira. Actually, wala pa sila push, no? Pero when they talk to me, the Casamira, the Landmaster, so it's also a big event because it's a one night big show for the Casamira. So still, I need to prepare a lot of things because it's not an ordinary event. It's a wedding. You have all the suppliers in the world. Take it on, prepare. Patahiig sa nina ang bride. First thing, sir, ang bridesmaids. Then reserve the hotel for the food. No, it's not. Because you need to detail also everything na kailangan.
So, how do you prepare for a meeting with your possible client?
I need to be ready with myself. And you need to be ready with, why is it you need to be ready with yourself? Why? Because there are tendency that the client will ask you some questions. If you really well versed with your work, then they're actually confident with you by answering the questions. So be ready with yourself. Be ready with the time of those questions. Why? Because the client and the client actually and the event organizer, you're not actually dealing with the words alone, but you are dealing with money. They're actually the client investing money to you. So what you need to give back is actually the trust. And how to build up the trust? To build up the trust is give them the best that they could. Kinahanglan mo silang kuhapon. Get their attention. Get the trust. And after that one, things follow onwards.
Sir, so what are the challenges you face in sourcing your event partners?
If the event has already commitment to the others, double booking na. So I need to look for another suppliers. Because the first suppliers, the primary suppliers that I have is those chosen suppliers that I really want to work with me. But if in the sense that the supplier has already a commitment to the other, that's the time I need to look for another supplier. And if I could not look for another, that's the time I need to retrieve another suppliers too. So, ingana, I know it's not stressful, pero kapoy na ba, manita paglain.
So, have you ever dealt with irate clients and event third-party partners like makeup artists, venue provider? So, how did you resolve the situation?
Actually, very simple. To solve that kind of situation, very simple. Patient is a virtue. Diba? Ano?
So how do you handle clients who are reluctant in spending the right amount of money for the type of event that
If they're reluctant, then tell them what to do. If they're actually hesitant for that, then tell them what event that they're actually planning to have. And then tell them the truth, black and white. Be transparent. Present to them, black and white, everything that follows, everything that will come out. And then tell them, black and white po ka sa budget. Correct.
have you ever handled one or more events at the same week or month? Was it successful?
Exactly. I even handled two events at the same day. You know, 3 events at the same day. So is it good? Tell you honestly, it's not good. No, that's why I'm asking, ano di ba ni siya mag-move talaga yung date, right? Because it's not that easy, very stressful. Why? Because you need to cater each of those clients you have and let them to satisfy also.
So how did you handle the pressure?
How am I handle the pressure? Actually, my staff always tell me that I'm so at ease. I don't take pressure as a problem. I always take it, okay, because everything has a solution. So for me, if that thing comes out, then let me solve it. At the end of the day, it is actually your responsibility to solve everything.
So what are the current trends in the event industry here in the Philippines?
The current trends. Actually, the current trends in the Philippine industry, events in the Philippine industry right now, kuan siya, it's modern, but conventional. So when you say modern conventional, modern ang attack, but conventional ang mga parami. But if you can see the events right now, you can actually see even the single detail kailangan matouch with the nimo. So as a wedding coordinator or event planner, every single detail has, kung unsay trend, kung unsay mga uso, present that to the clients and give actually, if we use right now, instead of projector, we're using LED wall, then give them the LED wall. But of course, money matters. Because if the budget could not afford to the LED wall, then stay with the projector. But if actually I can afford the LED wall, then be it. So that's the trend. No? It's a modern, although it's conventional, but still in a modernized way of.
So in the midst of COVID-19 pandemic, how has this affected your job and what are
Very.
challenges faced?
We're actually very affected with that one. Not only me, no, but the entire industry. This is actually the one lesson that I've learned. For those event organizers who are not actually able to value the character of being thrift, then if those COVID-19 happen and they don't have actual savings, lagapakso ka. But if you actually value every single money that you have, whatever happens to it, at the end of the day, you have something to get on. So for those who are actually affected, we're actually affected. But on my part, I would love to say this, although I am affected with that, but I am confidently say this one, that during the pandemic time, I was able to use the materials that I have. Why? Because I tried to save every single event that I have, I always try to save even single centavo. Because I knew it already that every single centavo valued the most. And every single centavo that you invested, it actually pays a lot off. So,
So the last question, sir, is how did you overcome such difficulties?
how did I overcome those difficulties? Very simple lang yun. First is prayer. I always pray to God. In every event that I have, I always pray to God. I always leave everything to God. More good na. I always leave to God. Even ma-host lang ko, I always give it to God. The Lord, ikaw ay bahala. I always offer this one thing. Second is, I overcame those things because how did I actually, it flows lang yun. It flows lang. Whatever it takes, it takes. Whatever it be, let it be. So, enjoy the moment. Enjoy your life. Life is so beautiful, di ba? So, enjoy life. And of course, one thing, appreciate every single blessing you have. And appreciate those people who truly help you. Ako, I'm doing this business not because for myself alone, but for the people who are actually whom I'm helping on. Staff, they're depending on me. So, for those that they could earn from me, actually I'm extending already my generosity to them. So it's actually generosity that you share to them. Di ba na pwede nga, you can actually work by yourself. You need to have a collaborative effort from those people. And those people are actually grateful for you. So continue to patronize them, continue to appreciate them, and in return to it, it's a reward. They also will appreciate your effort.
Thank you, sir, for answering your questions.
I hope I was able to answer the questions well.
Yes, sir. So, that's the end of our interview, sir. We thank you for sharing your knowledge and experience to us, sir. So, we learned so much from you and we will surely use this as our guide and motivation.